It's not often that a food comes along that is considered virtually perfect. You don't have to cook it, peel it, or grind it, and it's really, really good for you. It's called Salba, and what's even more exciting, this simple grain appears to have some definite medical benefits.
Sarah Remmer cares about what she eats. That's why she now adds Salba to her diet.
Mix it into smoothies. You could use it in baking. I made muffins, actually.
It's a tiny seed, but a nutritional powerhouse. On a gram-per-gram basis, it's got 6 times more calcium than milk, 3 times more iron than spinach, and 8 times more omega-3 fats than salmon.
The main source of omega-3s is fish, fatty fish, and we tend not to have enough of that in our diet. So it's really high in omega-3s. It's also really high in fiber, both soluble and insoluble fiber, and it's also a really good source of protein.
A recent study of Salba among 20 diabetics at the University of Toronto showed a 40% reduction in their levels of C-reactive protein, a risk factor for heart disease. It lowered their blood pressure by 10/5, and it thinned their blood, making it less likely to clot.
These are all based on type 2 diabetic patients that are well controlled. So whatever the medical community has been able to do for these patients, by just simply including a simple, whole, functional food like Salba, you had those dramatic improvements.
It's a big seller at health food stores, but it's expensive, about $23 a bag.
The fact that it is coming from South America, obviously it has to be produced down there because that's where this plant is indigenous to. So to ship it up here is going to add to the expense.
These shoppers say it's worth it.
It's a good fiber support, so helps keep everything regular.
That high fiber content may give Salba its next claim to fame as an aid in weight loss.
Soluble fiber does help you to stay fuller longer, so it helps with satiety and sort of curbs your craving for your next meal.
That study isn't in yet. In the meantime, Remmer says Salba is an easy way to sneak in more nutrients without altering the taste of your favorite foods.
The seeds come from the plant called Salvia hispanica. It's grown in Peru. By the way, the company did try to grow it in southern Saskatchewan, but it just wasn't hot enough. The plant wouldn't flower. So it's not going to be a Canadian crop, unfortunately, Bree.
Very interesting.
It is.
Might have to try it. Yep. Okay, thanks, Michelle.
You're welcome.